Hi everyone, my name is Isaacson. I'm a second year MPH student on the Environmental Systems and Human Health track. Today I will be presenting a video abstract on my review article titled Health Effects of Fossil Fuel Derived Endocrine Disruptors. Let's begin with a little background about the global health threat from pollution. Pollution, including air pollution, water pollution, and workplace exposures, is the primary global cause of premature death, with over 90% of pollution-related deaths occurring in low and middle-income countries. Chemical pollution is estimated to cause at least 1.8 million deaths annually, which is likely an underestimate because less than 5% of the approximately 350,000 registered global chemicals have been adequately studied for human health risks. Chemical pollution is fundamentally driven by the extraction, production, and use of fossil fuels, which are also the primary drivers of climate change. Many fossil fuel-derived chemicals, also called petrochemicals, interfere with the endocrine system and hormones. They are widespread in industrial settings and everyday products like plastics, building materials, and cosmetics. Over the past 7 decades, the prevalence of chronic health conditions, including neurodevelopmental disorders, diabetes, and cancer, has significantly increased globally, with petrochemical endocrine disrupting chemicals likely contributing to these trends. Multinational fossil fuel corporations are prioritizing profit over public health by rapidly increasing plastic and other petrochemical production and are forecasting a nearly threefold growth by 2050. Next, let's take a deeper look at petrochemical endocrine disruptors and their health impacts. We'll start by defining EDCs. EDCs stands for endocrine disrupting chemicals and is the term most commonly used to describe any exogenous chemicals or mixtures that interfere with any aspect of hormone action, including hormone production, circulation, metabolism, and signaling processes. Exogenous means they come from outside of the body. Let's consider the example of the plastic's life cycle shown in the left side of the figure on display here. Plastic begins its life as natural gas that is extracted from the earth. It first goes through a process to create tiny pellets that are the building blocks for plastic manufacturing. Next, further processing is applied that depends on the type of plastic being manufactured, and once the finishing touches have been made to the plastic product, they are distributed to the public. Eventually, plastic is disposed of in a variety of ways. Human exposure may occur at any of these stages, and there are a number of factors that can increase or decrease the risk of EDC exposure that are shown in the middle of the figure on display here. There are social vulnerabilities, such as those who experience racism, low socioeconomic status, or poor access to health care. There are also biological factors that can have a big influence, such as a person's age, pregnancy status, or genetics. The right side of the figure shows how EDC exposure is linked to a wide range of negative health effects, such as cancer, infertility, and birth defects. There is no risk-free level of exposure because EDCs can cause disease even at very low exposure levels due to a complex variety of susceptibility factors within different sections of the population. Some key examples of common petrochemical EDCs are listed on the right side of the figure. Perfluoroalkyl and polyfluoroalkyl substances, also called PFAS, are widely used in products with non-stick surfaces, fire retardants, and food packaging. Phthalates are used to make plastic pliable and as fragrance stabilizers. And finally, bisphenols, like BPA, are found in polycarbonate plastics and can linings. Well, what should we do? First and foremost, we must protect vulnerable communities. Low-income and minority groups face the highest exposure to petrochemical EDCs, especially near polluting industries. We must demand environmental justice and equal protection for all. Next, we must hold polluters accountable. Workers in certain industries are at a greater risk, while powerful companies delay safety regulations. It's time to push back against industry tactics and demand stronger protections. Next, we must close the safety gaps. Most chemicals are not tested for safety before use. We need laws that require thorough testing and full disclosure to prevent toxic exposures before they happen. And last, we must push for systemic change. Health professionals and the public must advocate for bold policies to reduce fossil fuel use, ban dangerous chemicals, and shift towards a cleaner, healthier economy. Individual actions help, but lasting change requires policy change. Thanks for listening to my video abstract.